Hi everybody! In this video we are going to tell you a bit more about our game The Path of a Hero. We will show you the mechanics of the fight on the example of the battle between two heroes. But first, let me tell you what is in the game. All operations occur on a map consisting of hexagonal elements. This example shows a small map of 19 items in the form of a circle. We have already flipped some parts of the map with the face side up for demonstration. Also, we have castles attached to the map, where each hero begins his journey. Heroes move on the map fighting with other heroes and neutral monsters. One of the most important elements of the game is the player's card, or supercard. This is our innovation. Supercard keeps all characteristics of your hero that can be easily adjusted with one touch. If you accidentally push your table, characteristics will not be moved or lost. Also, players have other different cards of their heroes that they put on supercard. At the beginning of the game, each player takes supercard and chooses a hero. There is a special space on supercard where players put their heroes' cards. They also place skills of their heroes and items on supercard. For example, let's take one hero from the battle that we will show you a bit later and look at each element in detail. Now let's take a closer look at the hero card. Each character has a set of parameters. Life 44. This is the initial value for a hero of 0 level, and the number in brackets +5 shows how much must be added to the initial value for each level up of your hero. Damage, physical armor, magical defense, radius of physical attack. Also, on the supercard, players put hero skills. Each character in the path of a hero has 4 unique skills. Skills can be used to deal some damage, to slow or stun an enemy, to heal ally or yourself, to impose all sorts of positive or negative effects. During the team game, you can effectively reach your goals by combining skills with your allies. All skills have 2 main parameters, range and cooldown. Each skill has several levels. The higher the skill level, the stronger its effect. Now I'm going to explain how to set characteristics of your hero. For example, we will take a hero Cerberus, which is a 4th level character. So we set level 4 on supercard. Maximum health is 44. As I said before, for each level a hero gets +5 to its maximum health. So total health will be 44 plus 5 multiplied by hero level 4. We get 64. Hero is completely healthy, so current health is equal to maximum health. Set 64. The same way we do other characteristics. Damage is 11. Plus 2 multiplied by hero level 4, we get 19. Physical armor is 2. Plus 2 multiplied by hero level 4, we get 10. But this hero also has one item, light armor, which adds additional 5 points to the armor of our hero. So we get total armor 15. Magical defense is equal to 5. Now we have all 4 skills opened. These are first level skills. The numbers that you can see next to the skill cards show how many moves left before reloading skills. When these numbers are 0, you can use your skills. This is one of the heroes who will fight in the battle. Let's look at the characteristics of the second hero. The name of this hero is Destroyer. He's a 4th level character. Current and maximum health is 69. Damage is 25. Physical armor is equal to 13. Magical defense is 5. Hero has one item, Iron Sword, in inventory, which increases his damage by 3 points. As with the first hero, I opened all 4 skills of Destroyer. These are first level skills and cooldowns are 0, so all skills are ready to use. Now let's look at the map. The heroes on the map are shown as miniatures. Our heroes are quite close to each other to start the fight. First, let's talk about what actions players can do during their turn. Each turn consists of 2 actions and end of turn. As the actions, player can choose one of 4 options: move, physical attack, use skill, or use item. After player makes an action, he moves one action token to the next player. After the player makes both actions, he passes the token end of turn. At this point, the player who just finished his turn and the next player takes some actions that need to be done. First, processing skills which have damage over time. Second, remove one token of each type. Here we are talking about buffs and debuffs. And third, reduce cooldowns by 1. Now let's start the fight of our heroes and see how it works. It is turn of the player on the right side who chose Cerberus. As the first action, the player decides to use first skill of Cerberus. This skill lets Cerberus move close to the enemy to which he applied the spell. He can do this because the range of this skill is 4, and the distance between two heroes is less or equal to 4. This spell also deals 15 points of magical damage, since this is a first level skill. Part of the magical damage will be absorbed by the magical defense of the second hero. For easy calculation of damage depending on the defense, we have created a special table. Here we show only a part of the table because it's enough for our demonstration. How to use the table? Select the column that corresponds to your damage and look for the line that corresponds to the defense of the enemy. The cell at the intersection shows how much to subtract from the current health of the enemy. Damage is equal to 15. Destroyer's magical defense is 5. Destroyer's health must be reduced by 12 points. The second player changes the current health of his hero from 69 to 57. In addition to the damage, first skill of Cerberus slows his enemy down, so Destroyer gets 2 tokens of deceleration. Now the first player must set cooldown of this skill, which is 9. Then he puts skill card back on super card and turns it upside down. The first action is finished. As the second action, the first player chooses physical attack. In this case, the player rolls the dice which shows number 5. Player adds the number on the dice to the damage of his hero, which is equal to 19. So his physical attack in this case is 24. Again, let's use our table. Destroyer's physical armor is 13. The damage is 24. So in result, Cerberus deals 21 points of damage. Current health of Destroyer is 57. After physical attack, Destroyer has 36 points of health. The second player changes the value. Next comes the end of turn. So we need to follow all the actions that we described before. First, there are no skills operating over time, so players don't do anything. Second, they remove one token of each type. In this case, we need to remove one deceleration token from Destroyer. Third, for skills that have recharged greater than 0, players reduce cooldown by 1. Now turn goes to the second player. As the first action, the player chooses the first skill. Skill does 20 points of magical damage. Let's look at the table. Magical defense of the enemy is 5, so health should be reduced by 17. Current health of Cerberus is 64. After attack it becomes 47. Spell stuns him for 2 turns, so the player gives Cerberus 2 stun tokens. And then sets recharge for skill equal to 12. As the second action, the player chooses physical attack. He rolls the dice which shows 4. We add 4 points to the damage of the hero, which is 25, and get total 29. Opponent's physical armor is 15. According to the table, he will get 28 points of damage. From Cerberus' health, 47 subtract 28. Cerberus has 19 points of health left. Now it is time for end of turn. There are no skills operating over time, so we go to the tokens and remove one token of each type. Then we reduce skills cooldowns by 1, those skills that are being recharged. The turn goes back to the first player. At the moment, the hero is stunned, so player cannot perform any actions. He simply passes action tokens to the next player, then passes the end of turn token, which again means that skills are getting processed. We remove one token of each type and reduce skills recharges. Thus, hero Cerberus came out of the stun. The turn goes again to Destroyer. The player chooses a physical attack as the first action. He rolls the dice and gets 6. The damage of the hero is 25 plus 6 equals 31. Let's look at the table. Armor is 15, damage is 31. As a result, the damage will be equal to 28. Current health of the enemy is 19, so Destroyer kills Cerberus by this attack. Current health of Cerberus is set 0. Hero's miniatures returns to the castle, where it will be expected resurrection. For killing hero, the player receives some reward, but our fight is just a demonstration, so it doesn't matter. As the second action, the player chooses to move over the map. For this, he rolls the dice. Fail 1. The player makes a move by 1 cell. Since killed hero was 4th level, he gets 4 death tokens. It means he will have to wait for 4 turns before his resurrection. Now we finish the turn. During the end of turn, we process skills that have damage over time. We don't have them. Next, we remove 1 token of death and reduce cooldown of skills by 1. So the battle is over. It lasted 6 minutes, but in reality fights go much faster. Here we spent a lot of time to explain the rules of the game. Thank you for your attention.